Pakistan's Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir has made his most direct threat yet to India's economic assets. At a closed-door, black-tie dinner in Tampa, Florida, Munir named Reliance Industries' Jamnagar refinery in Gujarat, the world's largest oil refining complex, as a potential military target in future conflicts. Munir also threatened that if Indus Waters Treaty remains suspended, Pakistan would wait for India to build a dam and then destroy it with 10 missiles. Witnesses say he repeated earlier nuclear warnings, telling the audience, "If we think we are going down, we'll take half the world down with us." India's Ministry of External Affairs called it nuclear sabre-rattling and labeled Pakistan an irresponsible nuclear state.
इस विषय पे हमारी मीटिंग की शुरुआत के समय एक स्टेटमेंट भी हमारे मिनिस्ट्री ने इशू की है कि ये बिल्कुल हम कभी भी सीरियसली नहीं ले सकेंगे। ये न्यूक्लियर ब्लैकमेल भारत कभी नहीं टॉलरेट करेंगे इस देश में। और कि मुनीर जी ने एक देश जो हमारे एक अच्छे दोस्त वाले देश हैं उनके भूमि पे खड़े होकर इस किस्म की चीज कहा, ये तो अच्छा नहीं लगा और इस संदेश पे हम सबको बता देंगे।
About 120 Pakistani diaspora members attended the Tampa event, hosted by Pakistan's honorary consul. Phones were banned, no transcript was issued, and accounts came from multiple eyewitnesses. Munir was in Florida for the retirement ceremony of US CENTCOM Commander General Michael Kurilla, who praised Pakistan as a phenomenal partner in counter-terrorism and received Pakistan's highest civilian honor.
The context in which the Army Chief reportedly made these comments was at a closed, private, off-the-record event. And that's significant because I think that Pakistan, and certainly the Army Chief, but Pakistan's leadership on the whole, would not want to ordinarily be seen making comments that would appear to be as aggressive as this, and that we've seen that the narrative from Pakistan, this is not new, but since Operation Sindoor, Pakistan's position has been that it supports peace and that India is the aggressor and so on. So to have these comments leaked out there indicating that the Army Chief has threatened some type of massive retaliation, including a potential nuclear response to India, hypothetically, clearly cuts against that narrative. And I think that's why it's important to note that he made these comments in a private setting with no intention, I assume, that his comments be made public. Two other quick observations on this. One is that he was making these threats in the context of India's decision to hold the Indus Waters Treaty in abeyance, and in response to the possibility that India decides to build a dam following that decision. And I think in that sense, for the Army Chief to make a statement as strong as that and to issue that type of threat, I think it reflects just how concerned Pakistanis are across the board, including at the very top, about India's decision to hold the Indus Waters Treaty in abeyance. And it says something.
Because Munir urged overseas Pakistani to support the homeland, using emotive language about mother and motherland. He claimed Pakistan's foundation on Kalima ensures divine blessing of rare earths and hydrocarbons. In colorful analogies, he compared India to a Mercedes and Pakistan to a dump truck, arguing that a dump truck, despite appearances, has its own strength.